What if I told you Earth once had a twin? Not just a distant neighbor, but a planet that, in its youth, could have been mistaken for a sibling. A sibling planet, born from the same swirling cloud of cosmic dust and gas, that mirrored our own world in more ways than one. Imagine a place with deep blue oceans, vast rivers carving through valleys, and clouds drifting through a thick protective sky. A world where water flowed freely, and the landscape teemed with the potential for life. This world was not a fantasy. Its name is Mars, a planet that once held the promise of a second Earth. Today, Mars is a cold, red desert, its surface scarred by ancient riverbeds and the ghosts of vanished lakes. But billions of years ago, it was vibrant, dynamic, maybe even a cradle for life. Some scientists believe that primitive life could have emerged in its ancient seas. The story of Mars is a cosmic drama, a cautionary tale written in rust and rock, echoing across the ages. The haunting question remains, what happened? How did a world so full of promise, with rivers and lakes, become a barren wasteland of dust and stone? To find out, we must travel back 4 billion years, to a time when two young planets, Earth and Mars, were just beginning their journeys. Both orbited a young, volatile sun. Both were geologically active, their surfaces shaped by volcanoes and shifting crust. Both were bombarded by comets and asteroids, delivering water and organic molecules. From afar, they looked like twin blue jewels, swirling with possibility, each a canvas for the story of life. But deep within Mars, a fatal flaw was hidden, a subtle difference in its core that would seal its fate, leaving it vulnerable to the relentless energy of the sun. While Earth held on to its life-giving elements, protected by a strong magnetic field, Mars began to lose them, its atmosphere slowly stripped away. Its transformation from watery paradise to red graveyard is one of the most dramatic and sobering stories in our solar system. The forces that killed Mars are still at play, right here in our own cosmic neighborhood, a reminder of how fragile worlds can be and how precious our own planet truly is. Picture ancient Mars, not red but blue. Vast oceans covered its north, rivers carved valleys, and rounded pebbles tell the story of flowing water. Mars had a thick atmosphere, a pale pink-orange sky, and clouds drifting above rolling waves. This atmosphere trapped heat, kept water liquid, and shielded the surface from radiation. The source? Mars itself. Volcanoes like Olympus Mons erupted, venting gases that built the atmosphere. For a time, Mars was alive, geologically and maybe biologically. It had all the ingredients for life: water, atmosphere, energy. Mars was Earth's rival, a second Genesis in the solar system. But a planet's fate is decided deep within its core. Inside Mars, a critical system was beginning to fail. The internal engine that kept its atmosphere stable was running out of fuel. The stage was set for a dramatic fall. Mars's promise would soon be undone by what lay beneath. The countdown to catastrophe had begun. Every living world needs a guardian, a magnetic field. This invisible force is a planet's first and last line of defense, standing between life and the harshness of space. On Earth, this shield is generated deep below our feet, where the churning, molten iron core acts like a giant dynamo. The result is a powerful magnetic field, wrapping our planet in a protective bubble called the magnetosphere. The magnetosphere deflects the relentless solar wind, a stream of charged particles from the sun, safeguarding our atmosphere and oceans from being stripped away. Long ago, Mars had a magnetic field too, born from its own hot, liquid core. For millions of years, this shield protected the red planet. Thanks to this invisible armor, Mars could hold onto a thick atmosphere and flowing water, with rivers, lakes, and perhaps even oceans. But Mars is only about half the size of Earth, and its smaller core lost heat much faster. As the Martian core cooled and solidified, the magnetic dynamo slowed, then stopped altogether. The shield went down, leaving Mars exposed. Now, with no magnetic field to protect it, Mars faced the full fury of the solar wind for the first time in eons. The sun's charged particles slammed into the Martian atmosphere, knocking gas molecules into space. This process, atmospheric stripping, was relentless, and there was no way to stop it. The air that once kept Mars warm and wet was gradually stolen by the sun, leaving the planet colder and drier with each passing year. Slowly, the planet began to bleed its precious atmosphere into the cosmos, losing the very ingredients that made it habitable. The great unraveling had begun, a slow-motion catastrophe that would change Mars forever. Mars's fate was sealed by the loss of its invisible guardian, Without protection, the planet was left vulnerable to the sun's unending assault. The blue world was about to turn red, a transformation that would echo through the ages. With its shield gone, Mars entered climatic chaos. The thinning atmosphere could no longer trap heat, temperatures plummeted. The greenhouse effect failed, and Mars began its long freeze. As pressure dropped, water could no longer stay liquid. It boiled away, even as the planet grew colder. Water vapor was swept into space by the solar wind. Mars dried out and froze over at the same time, a brutal end to its blue era. Volcanoes erupted, but couldn't replenish the lost air. Instead, they filled the sky with dust, blocking sunlight and accelerating the cooling. The planet's pulse weakened, its final heartbeats echoed across a dying world. The loss of the magnetic field led to atmospheric stripping, which led to freezing and drying. Mars's rivers and seas became a frozen desert. The blue marble turned to rust. The great unraveling was complete. Mars's death was slow and silent. Its atmosphere thinned to less than 1% of Earth's. The water cycle ended. Any remaining water froze or sublimated into the thin air. The sky became a near vacuum, and the sun's radiation sterilized the ground. The iron-rich rocks rusted, painting the world red. The blue planet was gone, replaced by the red planet. Marsquakes faded, volcanoes fell silent, and the sound of water vanished. Mars became a world of profound silence, broken only by the faint whisper of wind. Today, it's a frozen, irradiated, silent desert, a ghost of its former self, a stark reminder that even a world full of promise can fall into ruin. If Mars once had oceans, where did the water go? The solar wind stripped much away, but not all of it escaped. A significant amount remains, hidden from sight. The polar ice caps are colossal reservoirs. Beneath the dry ice lies permanent water ice. If melted, it could cover Mars in a shallow ocean. Orbiters have mapped these thick ice deposits, a layered library of Martian history. There's also water frozen underground as permafrost, just below the surface. Meteorite impacts reveal bright water ice beneath the red soil. Even more intriguing, radar hints at salty lakes buried deep beneath the southern pole. Salt acts as antifreeze, keeping water liquid in the cold. If these lakes exist, they could be habitats, places where life might still cling to existence. Was there ever life on Mars? With ancient water, atmosphere, and energy, it seems likely. Early Mars was much like early Earth when life began here. If life started, it was probably simple, microbial like bacteria or algae. We're searching for biosignatures, chemical fingerprints, or microscopic fossils left by ancient microbes. Rovers like Perseverance are exploring ancient river deltas, collecting samples for future study. For the first time, we may soon examine pristine pieces of Mars in our labs. Could life still exist today? Maybe, deep underground or in salty lakes. If found, it would change our understanding of life in the universe. Mars is the frontier of exploration, a place where the question of life remains open. The answer could redefine our place in the cosmos. Mars's story is a mirror for Earth. It shows how a vibrant planet can be brought to ruin by natural forces. The sun's solar wind still blows, and the laws of physics are the same here. Mars warns us, habitability is fragile, not guaranteed. Mars died because it lost its atmosphere. Today, we're changing our own atmosphere, pumping greenhouse gases, destabilizing our climate. We're not losing air to space, but we're poisoning it from within. The chain reaction on Mars, a single failure leading to catastrophe, could happen here. Our planet is a complex, interconnected system. By altering one part, we risk unraveling the whole. We're already seeing warning signs, rising temperatures, melting ice, extreme weather. Mars is a planetary ghost, a vision of a possible future. Its story compels us to be better stewards of Earth. The question is, will we heed the warning written in the red dust of Mars? We return to the present, gazing up at the night sky, where Mars glows as a distant, mysterious red point of light. For centuries, it has captured our imagination, a beacon of curiosity and wonder. Today, Mars is no longer just a dot in the darkness. It's a world revealed, with a history shaped by epic tragedy, ancient forces, and enduring mystery. Its surface tells a story written in stone and dust. Every image sent back by a rover, every scan from an orbiter adds a new chapter to its unfolding story. Each discovery brings us closer to understanding this enigmatic neighbor. Mars whispers of ancient oceans that once flowed, thick skies that may have sheltered life, and a lost potential that vanished with time. Its landscapes echo with the memory of water and the possibility of life. It warns us about the fragility of worlds, showing how a planet can change from vibrant to barren. Mars is a silent reminder of how precious and delicate planetary environments can be. It challenges us to keep exploring, to dig deeper for its secrets, water, life, and the truth of its past. Each mission is a step toward unraveling the mysteries locked beneath its surface. Our connection to Mars is personal and profound. It's the most Earth-like planet we know, a mirror reflecting our own planet's possibilities and perils. In Mars's ancient past, we glimpse echoes of our own world's youth. In its present, we find a cautionary tale about change, survival, and loss. In its future, we imagine a second home for humanity, a place where we might build, adapt, and thrive, learning from Mars as we shape our destiny. But before we can call it home, we must first understand its story, learn its lessons, and respect the challenges it presents. Mars waits, its secrets preserved in the cold, thin air, its mysteries waiting for those bold enough to seek them. As we send robots, and one day ourselves, we reach out not just to another planet, but to the story of our own origins and our place in the vast cosmos. Mars is not just another planet. Its silent red warning may be the most important message we ever receive, a message about survival, hope, and the enduring quest to understand our universe.